Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Sutta Uvacha.
Sutta Uvacha.
Evam Parikshata Dharmam.
Evam Parikshata Dharmam.
Partha Krishnena Chodita.
Partha Krishnena Chodita.
Naichat Hantum Guru Sutam.
Naichadhantum Guru Sutam.
Yadyapi Atmahanam Mohan.
Yadyapi Atma Hanam Mahan. Sutta Uvacha.
Sutta Uvacha.
Evam Parikshata Dharmam.
Evam Parikshata Dharmam.
Partha Krishnena Chodita.
Partha Krishnena Chodita.
Naichadhantam Guru Sutam.
Naichadhantum Guru Sutam.
Yadyapi Atma Hanam Mahan.
Yadyapi Atmahanam Mohan. Sutta.
Sutta.
Sutta Goswami.
Sutta Goswami.
Uvacha.
Uvacha.
Said.
Evam.
Evam. Thus.
Thus.
Parikshata.
Parikshata.
Being examined.
Being examined.
Dharmam.
Dharmam.
In the matter of
In
duty.
the matter of duty.
Partha.
Partha.
Sri Arjuna.
Sri Arjuna.
Krishnena.
Krishnena.
By Lord Krishna.
By Lord Krishna.
Chodita.
Chodita.
Being encouraged.
Being encouraged.
Naichat.
Naichat.
Did not like.
Did not like.
Hantum.
Antum.
To kill.
To kill.
Guru Sutam.
Guru Sutam.
The son of his teacher.
The son of his teacher.
Yadyapi.
Yodyapi.
Although.
Atamahanam.
Atamahanam. Murderer of sons.
A murderer of sons.
Mohan.
Mohan.
Very great.
Very great.
Translation. In spite of thus being encouraged and examined in religiosity by Lord Krishna for killing the son of Dronacharya, Arjuna himself, a great soul, did not like the idea of killing him, although he was a heinous murderer of his family members. Purport. By His Divine Grace, A.C.Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Arjuna was a great soul, undoubtedly, which is proved here also. He is encouraged herein personally by the Lord in the matter of killing the son of Drona. But Arjuna considers the right path that the son of his great teacher may be spared for the only qualification that he happens to be the son of Dronacharya, and even though he is an unworthy son of a great family. He has done all sorts of heinous acts whimsically for no one's benefit. Lord Shri Krishna encouraged Arjuna outwardly just to test Arjuna's sense of duty. It is not that Arjuna was incomplete in the sense of his duty, neither it is that Lord Shri Krishna was unaware of Arjuna's sense of duty. But it is just to manifest the faith in duty of a pure devotee of the Lord. Lord Shri Krishna put to test many of his pure devotees just to magnify the sense of duty of such pure devotees. The gopis were also put to such test, as well as Prahlad Maharaj also was put to such test. But all such pure devotees came out successful in the respective tests by the Lord. Om Agyan Tirinandasyam Jnana Shalakayam Chakshunan Manitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master's divine grace, A.C.Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto his lotus feet. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
So, Prahlad Maharaj was mentioned, a great devotee of Krishna. He had a father who was a demon. Just like many devotees, they have a father who is a non-devotee. This Hiranyakashipu was asking him, where is your Krishna? So Prahlad Maharaj said, he's everywhere. Is he in this column? And he said, yeah, I told you, he's everywhere. So Hiranyakashipu, he wanted to test, and he struck the column with a sword. Then Lord Nrsimhadev came out and devoured him. Not devoured, he killed him on his lap. So this is the nature of atheists. They approach God with the desire to test the Lord. So this attitude is more important than our designation, whether we call ourselves atheists or theists. That is irrelevant. What matters is the attitude. Are we thinking the Lord to be our servant, that we can test Him? Just like, if you want to employ someone, then you organize an interview, right? Application. Someone applies for a job, then there's a meeting, and the boss is trying to test whether the employee will perform nicely on the job, or whether we understand that there is a higher authority above us, and that higher authority is testing us. So, two different types of attitudes. The atheist, they want to test the Lord, and the devotee, he wants the Lord to test him. Those who want to test the Lord, they're fools. Because it is in everyone's experience that he's dealing with a great power. We were watching this Narasingha movie with Maitreya Prabhu. So it might not be completely authorized. Some of the things were speculated. But there was a nice moment in that movie when a devotee was captured by Hiranyakashipu, one of the citizens. He was a great devotee. So he was chanting the name of Krishna. And he was arrested. And he was brought before Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu says, "Why are you chanting the name of Krishna? I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead." So then the simple-minded devotee, he smashed him. He said that, if you were the Supreme Personality of Godhead, why did you perform such a severe austerity? And why did you beg for benediction from Lord Brahma? So then immediately Hiranyakashipu became so agitated because he exposed him. It is a common sense that we're being crushed by the material nature. Constantly we're being punished. Look at Krishna. Always blissful. Always free. Always detached. There's no power above Krishna. Matam parataram nanyat kischyasti dhananjaya. Krishna says, there is no truth beyond me. You can see that. That is why Krishna is so attractive. He's free. He is blissful. And look at Hiranyakashipu, always angry and always punishing Prahlad Maharaj. He put him through so many tests. Always paranoid. Oh, what is my competitor? Where is Vishnu going to kill me? And just as a prevention, he kills people so they don't worship Krishna. So this is a foolish attitude. When we preach Krishna consciousness, we must first of all explain that you are being controlled by material nature. People challenge. Why should I surrender to Krishna? What he can give to me? What can he fulfill my sense gratification? They want to test. But we can respond. We say, you are already surrendered. Yeah, you are surrendered to your material body. The material body is controlling you. If we have to pass stool, can you rebel? Can you refuse? Oh, I will not. I will be very heroic. I will not follow the dictation of my body and I will not pass stool. Can you be such a rebel? No, you cannot. You have to run. Run very fast. Sometimes you have to, if you have a diarrhea, you have to go very fast to the toilet. Such a diarrhea god you are. Even in such insignificant thing as passing stool, we can see that we're under the control of material nature. But due to false ego, this false pride, we think, no, I am not surrendered. I am independent. I am independent. I am God. So, if I'm supposed to worship Krishna, better Krishna comes before me and he convinces me. All the devotees, they must prove themselves that they're worthy of me becoming their associate. Very nonsense mentality. So we must address, we must point out this approach is nonsense. The sense of duty, Prabhupada speaks of sense of duty here. This is our original natural state. Srila Prabhupada explains this sense of duty in the introduction to the Bhagavad Gita as the Sanatana Dharma. You have heard the word Sanatana Dharma. Dharma is the characteristic. Characteristic is not a faith or a belief or a designation. It is the characteristic. You cannot remove that characteristic from a certain thing. For example, if you have a salt, the characteristic of salt is that it is salty. If you take salt and it is sweet, then it is not salt anymore. Similarly, the characteristic of chili is pungency. If you take a chili, of course, if you go to India, people like very much spicy, but the Western people, they don't like. Maybe Mexicans, they like chili. So that is a real chili. If the chili is not pungent, you throw it away. It is useless. So similarly, the soul, spirit soul. When we discuss religion, when we discuss spirituality, it is related to spirit soul. So we must know what is the characteristic of every spirit soul. What is that? Activity. But more precisely, it is service. Service. You always serve someone. Even if you say, no Purujit, I don't serve anyone, I am very advanced. You must at least serve your belly. You must serve your senses. You must serve your eyes. Service is always there. So this is our original nature. We're serving. So it is our duty to serve the Supreme Controller. Just like it is the duty of the small particle of this iPhone to serve the complete iPhone. If that particle, it contains many tiny little parts. And if these parts are nicely working together, then you can perceive me right now on the screen. If the one particle is broken, it must be taken out. It must be reformed. Similarly, when the conditioned soul rebels against Krishna, it must be taken out of Goloka Vrindavan, of Vaikuntha, of the place where there are no miseries, and he must be put into the prison house, Durgadam, of this material world for reformation. You see? So when he's coming back, when the living entity decides, oh, I should practice some spiritual life. I am tired of this trying to play gods. I want to become spiritual. Then he must be tested. Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna doesn't want disturbance in the spiritual world. He doesn't want any damn nonsense to come there and create disturbance. So he will make sure that he will test us. Krishna will test us. Similarly, the spiritual master will test us. And the devotees also will test us. This is not a test out of envy. Krishna is whimsical. Oh, I will just now torture the aspirants, those who want to go back, come back to Godhead. I will not allow them. I will exploit them. They will have to. I know they want to come to the spiritual world. So I will exploit their desire and I will make them do things just for my sense gratification. No. It's not like that. It is for our benefit that Krishna tests us, so we realize what are our defects in spiritual life. The spiritual, Hare Krishna, Rosemary, spiritual life is individual. It's individual. The spiritual master does not control you. The spiritual master simply gives you the knowledge, the information, how to purify your service propensity so it is directed to the Lord and no one else. But he cannot control you. Just like in love. In love, you cannot control. If you tell some girl, love me, love me, love me, you must love me, otherwise I'm gonna shoot you. What kind of love is that? Love is spontaneous. Similarly, our surrender to Krishna, our surrender to the spiritual master is spontaneous from the very beginning. It is a spontaneous decision of the soul to hear and to follow the instructions. The spiritual master cannot force you to accept it. When you accept, then he has the right to force you. But even at that point, if you refuse, if you want to disobey the spiritual master, then he will not forbid you. That's not how it works. Even Krishna, after he spoke the whole Bhagavad Gita, he told Arjuna, now I have spoken the Bhagavad Gita. I have explained the whole science completely. You ask me questions, I have answered. Now you do whatever you wish to do. Whatever you wish to do, you can do. You're free to do. And Arjuna, because Arjuna is intelligent, he agreed, yes, I will follow your instruction. So Krishna is always giving this option. If this option is not there, if the option to fall down from the spiritual world doesn't exist, there is no meaning to love of Godhead. There's no meaning to love God. It will be enforced. If you don't have the option to disobey, to fall down, to forget Krishna, then the ecstasy of surrender, of loving Krishna, would be impeded. This is the difference between matter and spirit. Spirit is free. Even in the spiritual world, all the devotees are serving Krishna out of love, out of their freedom. In the material world, you're not serving the senses and matter because you want. Many times people become so disgusted. Oh, there is so much suffering here in this world. But still, prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvacha. They're enforced. You must. If we're not careful, we might take a body of a hawk and then we'll be forced to eat stool. You cannot refuse. When you get the body of a hawk, the senses will oblige you to what to speak of, eat stool, to look for the stool the whole day. Where is stool? Where is stool? Where is stool? Just see how the conditioned soul is controlled. Similarly, a dog running after she-dog, eating, sniffing stool on the street. It is not that the animals are different from us. It's the same spirit soul. Those who are animals, they might have been humans previously. And similarly, the animals, they can be humans in the future. It is not stereotyped. Those who have human body, they will take a human body. And those who have animal body, they will always take an animal body. No. That's why we must be very careful how we conduct this human life. This human life is by itself a big test. And at the end of this life, there will be an examination. There is a Bengali saying, I don't know the Bengali now, but the saying says that whatever bhajan you do, whatever bhajan guru you are, whatever puja you do, whatever worship you do, they'll be tested at a time of death. Because if you do not think of Krishna at a time of death, then your bhajan and your puja is useless. You see, externally we might do so many things, but in the mind we might be thinking something else. That is why we are teaching Krishna consciousness. It is a question of consciousness. It's not a question of externally following some empty dogmas or rituals. We do not condemn. We must also externally engage. But what is the purpose? What is the purpose of these activities? What is the purpose of religion? Savai pumsha paro dharmo yato bhakti radukshi aitu kya pratyat yatma suprasidati. The aim of religion is to purify the senses and attain unalloyed devotional service, unmotivated, uninterrupted. Not that I perform some religious function and then I expect some results, fruitive activity. No, this is not religion. So Krishna is testing Arjuna's sense of duty also here in this example. Are you going to follow my instruction? Or are you going to be deviated by sentiment? See, Arjuna wanted to spare Ashwatthama. Although Ashwatthama was a heinous murderer, he killed the innocent children. Children should never be killed. Children, women, brahmanas, in Vedic society, they're not punished. Never. Animals also. The innocent beings, old men also. But he transgressed the Vedic law. He killed innocent boys sleeping. In sleep, what to speak of killing the children. But children who were sleeping, he was such a coward. But Arjuna, he wanted to spare him. Why? Because he was thinking, oh, he is the son of my guru. Again, simply based on bodily designation. Because of designation, he was thinking, oh, I must respect him. He is coming from the body of my guru. It was a bodily consideration, material consideration. So Krishna wanted to test him. Are you going to be swayed by material considerations, or are you going to follow my order? Just like I said before, the little part in the iPhone must coordinate with the whole. Similarly, every spirit soul, it is his duty to follow the order of the Lord, of Krishna. This is real religion. So when Krishna says, you must kill him, you must do it. This was Arjuna's test. But he was hesitating. You see, so Krishna is very nicely showing that is hereditary Brahmanism, or what they call the caste system, is not good. It is bogus. Just like a high court judge, he might have a son, but it is not enough that the son is a father who is a high court judge. If he wants to become a high court judge himself, he must attain the qualification. Similarly, a Brahmana is not a Brahmana just because he has taken birth in a Brahmana family. No Shastra says this. Krishna says the complete opposite. Chaturvanyam maya system guna karma vibhagashaha. It is by your activity, by your activities, and by your quality that you become a Brahmana. So our Srila Prabhupada he has started a revolution because he started creating Brahmanas from those who are most unqualified, Mlechas and Yavanas in the Western countries. They all eat meat. Even now, we have spoken about this before. There is such a small number of vegetarians in the Western countries. It is horrible. But Srila Prabhupada has started a revolution. He has successfully and is still, even up to this day, creating Brahmanas from such unqualified, low-class people. The Western people are low class, very low class. From the spiritual point of view, they have no qualification. From the material point of view, yes. But this is less intelligent. Why should I advance on the material platform? That is temporary. That will be gone. I will be gone. My body will be gone. This material, the whole material world will be gone at one point. Why should I waste my time developing the society on a material platform? Yes, we have technology. Yeah, very nice. You have done very nice technology. Facebook, iPhone, this and that. But that will not save you at the time of death. When the death comes, you can make a selfie of yourself dying, that's all. You must go. Yamaraj will come take you. So that is low class. Being absorbed. The more and more you develop on the material platform, the more and more you create complexities of material life, the more you become distracted from the real duty, Krishna consciousness. It's a fact. So Srila Prabhupada began the revolution, initiating Mlechas and Yavanas into Brahminical life. It is not a big deal, actually. It's very simple. Simple for the simple, difficult for the crooked. Just like you coming to these classes, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Brahminical. Anyone and everyone can become a Brahmana. Simply if he hears from a pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is given some conditions. If you want to become his disciple, you must chant 60 rounds every day, follow the 4 regulative principles, and preach Krishna consciousness. This is very important, this preaching. If you're not preaching, you're not a disciple. You are an exploiter. Every disciple must preach Krishna consciousness. That is the service to the spiritual master. Tadvidi pranipatina pariprashnena sevaya uparikshanti jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. There are 3 elements in our relationship with the spiritual master. There is submission. You should acknowledge, yes, I am being controlled by material nature. I am surrendered. I am serving my family, my society, my nation. So many masters I have. I am already surrendered. Let me switch. Let me switch my master. Let me serve Krishna instead. There is inquiry. You must ask questions. You should be interested. You should study the science deeply, not superficially, not like a fanatic. If there is a doubt, you should clarify it, not suppress it. But ultimately, if you do not render service, if you do not preach, if you do not expand this Krishna consciousness movement, the knowledge will not be revealed to you. Krishna says, I can only be revealed, I can only be known by bhakti. Bhakti mama bijanati. Krishna says, not by karma, not by jnana, not by yoga, bhakti. Only bhakti. And that bhakti must be unalloyed. Transcendental knowledge is not like a knowledge at university. It is revealed knowledge. It is revealed knowledge. Krishna says, I am not revealed to those who are envious. I am not revealed. I do not reveal. Those who have no faith in the spiritual master, they cannot understand. Yasya devi para bhaktir. Yata devi tata guru. Tasyata katita yata. Prakashanti mahatmana. They cannot understand. It is personal. This transcendental knowledge, study of the Shastra is personal. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavataha mudhoyam na vijanati lokama ajam avyam. Krishna is covered by the yogamaya potency. You cannot penetrate. Only when he decides to reveal himself, you can understand him in truth. Krishna Tattva. Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschi yadati siddhai. Yadadamapi siddhanam kaschi mamiti tattvataha. Tattvataha. In truth, truly. You can only understand when Krishna gives you the intelligence. So, when will Krishna give you the intelligence? When you please him. How do you please Krishna? By pleasing his devotee. Especially the pure devotee. Just like our Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada wanted that his books are distributed. His temples are attended. That people get to know the signs of Krishna consciousness. They might accept, they might not accept. It doesn't matter. Somehow or other, they should be given the choice to surrender to Krishna. They should be informed. Yes, there is an alternative to this materialistic conception of life. So we should give them this alternative by preaching Krishna consciousness very widely. Very widely. It is not an easy job. You must talk to so many people. Manusyanamsa. There are many thousands of people. And hardly one is trying to reach some sort of a spiritual life. And out of those who are trying, hardly one knows Krishna in truth. So you must preach to 1,000 people to get one person who is serious. That's why we must expand widely, widely, widely. as many as possible. You must give up any sort of reservation. Oh, people will think I'm nonsense, I'm this and that. They already think you are nonsense, even in the material world. You cannot have only friends. This is the material world, the world of dualities. You have friends, and because you have friends, the other people are envious of you. And similarly, if you have enemies, if you have some problem, then the other people, they take compassion and they will protect you. Friends, friend in need is friend indeed, right? So that is already there. So be bold. Preach Krishna consciousness boldly. Try it. Make an attempt. Krishna will help you. It is very much required in this world. Okay, so are there any questions? Anjali Prabhu is asking, when we are in the material world is doing its duty to bounding us with Maya. So we are like iPhone parts. How is it possible to always serve Krishna and remember Krishna? As I said, you preach this Krishna consciousness widely to as many people as possible. Don't be sectarian. Don't think that only Indian people can understand Krishna consciousness. Without any discrimination. Whoever has a human body, you try to preach to him. Srila Prabhupada says that every acharya, he gives a contribution. So Srila Prabhupada's contribution is that he wanted Krishna consciousness to be given to the whole world. That is his magnanimous contribution to the disciplic succession. So we as representatives of Srila Prabhupada, we must be completely non-sectarian. We cannot just be stuck in our tiny little circle. Oh, we are devotees, and pat each other on the back. Oh, you are a devotee, I'm a devotee, we have a spiritual master, UP, it's very nice. No. We must expand that circle unlimitedly so that the whole world becomes the whole world becomes Krishna conscious. So if you simply focus on this duty of serving the spiritual master by expanding Krishna consciousness, you will always remember Krishna. This is the secret. It is simple. But we don't want to preach Krishna consciousness. We are attached to society, friendship and love. We think, oh, these are my good friends and this is my shelter. I am very comfortable. So that's why we don't want to preach Krishna consciousness. If you preach Krishna consciousness, you become unpopular. But that is good, because we want to be unpopular. In a jailhouse, the law-abiding citizens are unpopular, because in a jailhouse everyone is a prisoner. So the prisoners are always envious of those who are law-abiding. And how does it matter? This is not our home. Our home is back home, back to Godhead, where there are unlimited number of our friends, devotees of Krishna. Sometimes people say, oh, don't chant this mantra. People don't like it. You're just a tiny little cult. Well, we know it's the other way around. This material world is just 1/4 of the Lord's creation. Just like a jail is just tiny little portion of the city. It's the other way around. Be confident and preach Krishna consciousness. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hari 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 Bol.
Right. Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Surasatri Gurumani Manchari Nanadim Shri Shundamani Gosjati.
Hare Krishna.